Avengers! Assemble. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's the Prevention guys, and welcome back to another Marvel Feature 5 video. Today we're here with the ultimate guide to the Transcendence Selector here that is probably currently in your inventory. It's been in your inventory at least for 2 days now as of this video dropping, so we only have 5 days left. So I want to make this tier list here just in case you haven't selected your character yet and you're still trying to decide. I wanted to go ahead and make this list to sort of help you make your decision. So without further ado, let me get my sort of sketched up thing here. There we go. And now I can sort of tell you guys what we are going to do today. So we're going to have each category here. We have PvP. So these would be characters, obviously, that are for PvP. PvE meta. The reason why I don't have meta on PvP is because I'm going to be honest, this list of character guys, there are no PvP meta characters. There's decent PvP characters, but no meta ones, so that's why PvE is called meta, because we have some very good meta PvE characters here, but not PvP. We have Risky, which of course is pretty self-explanatory. We have Skip, and then we have Support/Leads. So we're going to start off with the Skip category. There's not a lot to talk about, so I'm just going to sort of place them all in here. We're going to talk about if they have any future value as well, and if you're deciding to pick up these characters because you already have the rest of the list, what they sort of can do for you, and which one would be the best option out of the skips. So we're going to start off here with Silk being the worst one because of the fact that her damage is so low. And even with her latest uniform, which is you can only buy during the summer, by the way, for actual money, just makes her value really bad. I don't even know how else to say it. It's just kind of unfortunate, but yeah, she's gonna be at the bottom of the barrel here. Next we have Warpath. He's just not good. He doesn't really do anything for the defenders and has no meta value. So I don't know why you would pick him up unless he's the only character that you have to pick up on this list. Same thing pretty much with Hulk, Amadeus Chow, and Bullseye. Both of them have no real value anywhere except for story mode and Shadowland, I guess. So these four characters, if you have to pick them up because you have everyone else on this list, then at least they'll give you story mode value, but that's basically it. Then these four have a little bit more value. Alyssa Bloodstone, you actually need for Ultron to get up past stage 20. So she's not a bad pickup. If you're trying to, push Ultron. I know I actually went ahead and used mine on her because I need to start pushing higher there. Hemdial has a decent, I think it was leadership or passive, something like that, for Asgardians or something like that. I'd have to double check it. But I remember that he had a little bit of value, but nothing too crazy. Human Torch here. It used to be really good. He could have some future value, though, if he gets a uniform. We'll know he'd be good again because he was pretty good with this uniform back in the day. It was actually when I first started making YouTube is when this uniform was dropped, and he was pretty meta. So if he gets a uniform, we could see him come back. Red Skull here is a very niche category. For Dispatch, you actually need, it's called like Cosmic Cube abilities, and this uniform and Red Skull is one of the only characters that have it. I believe it's Red Skull in his uniform, and then Captain America in his Hydra uniform as well. There's only two characters that gives Red Skull, in my opinion, a little bit more value. But in my opinion, still this whole category is a skip, unless you have to select them because you already have the rest of these characters. So next up, we're going to go with Risky. I'm actually going to surprise some of you guys. I'm putting in Moon Knight and Shadow Shell in this category, which is kind of crazy because the fact that I have the Transcendence Selector from 6 months ago from the anniversary, I believe it is, or something like that, from the anniversary. Yeah, so once we take a look at that list and compare it to this one, it's going to be pretty shocking as to how much the meta has changed in 6 months. But basically, both these characters were really good. But they've been replaced. Shadow Shell's been, of course, replaced by Gwen, who's on this list, and then, of course, Luna. And then Moon Knight has just been overall replaced by basically every other combat type in the game, mainly Black Panther, though. So that's why both these characters would be risky pickups, because there are already two better options for both these characters. Then we're going to go to leadership / support. Sif, one of the best options on this list, to be honest. She's a great support. Must have with that uniform, though. If you didn't see my uniform guide for the 50% off sale, then make sure to go check that out. But yeah, she's definitely going to be a must here. Then we have Drax, who has a good leadership for the Guardians and support for superheroes as well. Not anything crazy, but it's still pretty decent. Same with Medusa and Hulkbuster. Medusa's going to be mainly for Universal types and Inhumans. Hulkbuster's going to be just for Iron Man and Machine types. So that's why he's sort of towards the end of the list here. So the rest of the list here was support / leads. Honestly, they're very small supports and very niche categories that these characters have leaderships or passive supports for. So you can honestly argue that these 5 right here could most definitely be in the skip category. But because I didn't want the whole skip category to be like half of the tier list, I decided to put them here. Jessica has a very small leadership and passive for the defenders, but obviously none of the defenders are really meta anymore. Obviously, Iron Fist being right here, having a leadership for them as well. And then Thing has a good, really good support actually for the Fantastic Four, but unfortunately, no one in the Fantastic Four has been meta for a little while. And Swordmaster and Red Guardian have very laughable leaderships that are literally just like 30% heal. And honestly, they'd probably be better off in the skip category. But I put them initially in the support / lead because they do have a little support, I guess. I mean, it's the leadership, that's it. So yeah, the skip category ends up being pretty large with the Selector, unfortunately. So then down to the stuff that you guys really want to hear, the PvE meta and the PvP. So PvP wise, I'd put America Chavez and Luke Cage. Luke Cage isn't as viable anymore, but he can be decent in Otherworld battle when everybody else basically gets restricted. But if they're not restricted, then he's not going to be used at all. America Chavez is also a good support in PvP. You could honestly put her in support lead right next to Sif, but I have her in the PvP category because, like I said, the Selector doesn't have many PvP characters, but we wanted to include a category still for it, so that's why she's going to be sort of in that category. Then in the PvE meta, in no particular order, we have Doc Ock, Gwen, and Gamora. Gamora is really good for APX and ABL on her one specific day. It's only one day, so that's why she's sort of at the bottom barrel here of PvE meta, but she's still good. Gwen, of course, is not the best go-to speed female. Obviously, it's going to be Luna, but if you missed out on Luna, then Gwen is literally the best, second best speed female character. She's your best option after Luna. So that's why she's going to be up here. And then Doc Ock, of course, coming in and replacing Namor and other combat types in ABX and ABL, being very meta for that. So that's why he's going to be at the top of the list. So if I had to really give you in any order, I'd say that Doc Ock and Sif should be your 2 biggest priorities if you don't have those 2. And then I'd say look at the rest of the list and go from there when trying to select your transcended character. So what I did want to show you before we wrap up today's video is this list currently right now. I did a lot more research into this because I wanted to make it different from the 6 months from the anniversary video that I did. And I wanted to make sure that I sort of showed you the change in not only my knowledge for the game, but the change in the meta as well. So this is the current list right now, right? Keep that in your mind. And then we look over at the list about 6 months ago. I made this video, Potential Transcendent Selector Guide for the 8th year anniversary, 1 through 24. And what I want to point out mainly is that, first of all, is the exact same characters. This list hasn't been changed there in 6 months. There hasn't been any characters added as far as I can tell. I'm actually double checking before I say that out loud, and then it's like, whoa, there actually was a couple of changes. But no, I think I see the exact same characters here. No one has really changed. Yeah, it's 1 through 24, basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yep. Same 24 characters here. in this selector. So yeah, kind of shows you they don't really change it every 6 months. They do usually change it every year though. And unfortunately, I could not find a video that I made on a year ago. I believe I didn't make a Transcendence Selector guide video last year at Black Friday, so I can't show you the comparison on that, but I can show you with the anniversary one. And basically, the most notable things here is, first of all, it was a different list. It was based on best value, decent, support, future value, and small value. The small value is very similar to the skip category, basically, here. Decent here has changed up for sure. Human Torch and War Tiger and Silk have completely fallen down to skip, which is basically just a sort of factor of tier 4s. The more tier 4s we have, the more of some of these decent DPS characters like Human Torch is not awful, become awful because tier 4s take over and make them look like garbage. And then we had obviously best value characters, Moon Knight and Shadow Shell falling off from that now, but Doc Ock and Sif are staying up there, staying strong for sure. Like I said, those would be my top 2 if I had to pick for you. And then future value, we had Drax, Gamora, and Gwen, and obviously 2 of those did pay off, Gamora and Gwen, because they got new uniforms. Drax, unfortunately, did not get a uniform, so he sort of stays exactly where he's at. And then the support/lead category, very similar, other than us moving Chavez up to PvP because we wanted a PvP category, even though not many options in this selector. But yeah, that'll do it for today's video, guys. I hope this helped you decide who to select for your potential Transcended ticket. Let me know in the comment section who you picked. Remember, I went ahead and picked Alyssa Bloodstone just because I need her to push up in higher stages of Ultron. But let me know who you guys picked. Remember, my top 2 would be Doc Ock and Sif, and then I'd go from there on the rest of the list. If you don't have these 2, then definitely pick one up. But yeah, that'll do it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, as always, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, guys. We'll see you all in the next video. Have a great rest of your day, guys, and peace out.